We all just witnessed the Los Angeles Rams defeat the Chicago Bears on the road 20-17 in overtime.
Remember, the Achilles heel for this team offensively last year was the inability to protect the quarterback. Caleb's rookie season, he was sacked 68 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, JJ, that was the most in the National Football League.
At Seattle versus Sam Darnold, taking his magic act up to the great Northwest. And now I'm just left flat, lifeless, pretty much devastated.
But ultimately, it was the turnover in overtime that ended up costing Chicago.
Yeah, and you raised a good point, because the Rams get it. They went 3 and out and gave it right back to Chicago. So you thought all the momentum was with Caleb Williams and the Bears, and they are marching down the field.
The Chicago Bears are going home. And right now, millions of fans are asking themselves one absolutely soul-crushing question. Did Caleb Williams just throw away their Super Bowl dream? Because let's be crystal clear about what happened Sunday night in the Windy City. This wasn't just a playoff loss. This wasn't just another Bears heartbreak in a century-long catalog of Chicago football misery. This was the moment, the generational talent, the franchise savior, the #1 overall pick who was supposed to end decades of quarterback purgatory. And he threw 3 interceptions in the biggest game of his young career. The Los Angeles Rams walked into Soldier Field and left with a 2017 overtime victory, punching their ticket to the NFC Championship Game. Meanwhile, Caleb Williams and the Bears are left wondering what could have been, what should have been. Let's rewind to the final moments of regulation, because this is where the Caleb Williams experience became the most dramatic, most insane, most impossibly brilliant, and tragically flawed quarterback performance we've seen all season. 4th down and 4, 18 seconds left. The Bears are down by 7. The season is on the line, and Caleb Williams does something that defies physics, logic, and every rational football principle ever written. He retreats. Not 5 yards, not 10 yards. He scrambles backward 27 yards from the line of scrimmage. Defenders are closing in. The pocket has collapsed. This play is dead. Everyone in the stadium knows it's over, except Caleb Williams. He turns, he plants, and from the 41-yard line, falling away with 2 Rams defenders in his face, he launches an absolute missile to the back corner of the end zone, where Cole Kmet somehow, some way, comes down with the catch.
It's just absolutely absurd, just the ability, the physical ability, and you mentioned arm talent, to make a throw like that. And so
the crowd explodes. Chicago believes. This is why they drafted him. This is the magic they've been waiting for. Cardiac Caleb, the nuclear weapon, the guy who makes impossible throws look routine. Bears tie it up. We're going to overtime. The dream is alive. And then came the nightmare. Overtime. The Rams go 3 and out. Chicago gets the ball back with all the momentum. They're moving, they're driving, they cross midfield, they're 15 yards away from field goal range. 15 yards! 1 first down, and Joshua Carty is trotting onto the field to send the Bears to Seattle. 2nd and 8 from the Rams' 48-yard line. Caleb Williams has time. The protection holds up. He's surveying the field. He's got options. DJ Moore running a deep crosser. Luther Burton, Roma Odunze, multiple receivers in routes. And then he throws it. Not a rocket, not a laser. He guides it, almost soft tosses it into the deep right flat toward DJ Moore, who's running across the formation. Cam Curl reads it the entire way. He's sitting on the route. He's in better position than the intended receiver, and he picks it off. Game over, season over, Super Bowl dream over. The electricity went out in Chicago. The magic carpet got yanked out from under an entire franchise.
It's tough, and so, in these moments you feel that you let your team down, or you feel that you this or that, and it's a good lesson learned for us. First time being in a situation for me and for us as a team, and I'm excited for what's to come. But obviously, going to go back and watch this and figure out how I can be better, and that's the exciting part.
Here's the brutal truth that Bears fans are going to have to process. Caleb Williams threw 3 interceptions in this game. 3 turnovers at home against a Rams team that didn't turn it over once. The Bears defense, which led the NFL in takeaways during the season, couldn't force Matthew Stafford into a single mistake. 3-0 in the turnover battle, in a playoff game, at home, with the NFC Championship on the line. You're not winning that game. You can't win that game. The first pick came early. First quarter, Bears are driving, they're in the red zone. Potential touchdown opportunity. Caleb fires to Roma Odunze at the goal line. It hits him in both hands. Catchable ball. He drops it. Very next play, interception. And here's the kicker. There was blatant hands to the face on the play that went completely uncalled. No flag, no review, nothing. But here's what's eating at analysts, what's driving the conversation, what's making this loss so uniquely painful. Caleb Williams is better on impossible throws than routine ones. Think about that for a second. The 45-yard fadeaway touchdown to Cole Kmet with the season on the line. He makes that. The 50-yard bomb while scrambling 27 yards backward. He makes that. The insane off-platform throws, the improvised magic, the plays that make you jump out of your seat. He's automatic. But 2nd and 8 in overtime with a clean pocket and time to throw, pick.
It's weird because the way Caleb plays, like even last week, it didn't look pretty, right? But he found a way to get it done. And he makes these crazy special plays. And this is why he went #1 pick, because he has that type of talent. His ceiling is so high, and he's still a young dude.
This is the Caleb Williams paradox. This is what Bears fans are going to live with. He finished the season dead last in the NFL in completion percentage, at 58%. In the playoff win over Green Bay, he was only 50%. He'll throw 4 or 5 balls a game where you're just like, what was that? What did he see there?
And yet, he'll follow it up with the greatest clutch throw you've ever witnessed. The overtime interception is where the debate gets spicy. Was it Caleb's fault? Was it DJ Moore's fault? Was it a miscommunication? Let's break it down.
But with the way he's running, he's letting you, like, he's telling you, like, dog, this. A lot of times you see wide receivers taking off like that, you're thinking, oh yeah, he must be clearing something out for somebody.
The film shows the Rams in cover 3. DJ Moore is running what looks like a clear-out route to move the post safety and open up the vertical receiver behind him. It's a beautiful Ben Johnson design to beat the coverage. But Caleb throws it where DJ Moore is running, instead of where the actual route concept is designed to hit. DJ Moore looks shocked the ball is coming to him, like he wasn't expecting it, like he thought he was just doing his job clearing out space. Cam Curl? He's tracking that ball like it's supposed to come to him. He's in perfect position. He makes the catch easier than the intended receiver would have.
I think the Rams defense, you think about how they handled some of the short yardage situations and even goal line situations throughout the game. 4 different times on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, the Rams get a stop defensively. Yep. And, so I think when you consider that, I mean, it's a pretty good example. They were down in tight, defended a couple of runs early on.
And here's what makes it worse. This is the 2nd straight week of critical miscommunications between Caleb and his receivers in the playoffs. Last week against Green Bay, there was another breakdown. Week 20 of the season, and we're still seeing these mental errors between a sophomore quarterback and veteran receivers. That's concerning. That's a problem. That's something Ben Johnson is going to have to fix in year 2. But let's zoom out for a second. Let's talk about what this season meant, what this loss represents, and what comes next for Chicago. The Bears were 3 plays away from the NFC Championship Game, 3 fourth-down conversions. They went 3 of 6 on 4th down in this game, and every time they failed, it was because they took the ball out of Caleb's hands.
Every time Caleb had the ball in his hands on 4th down, something good to great happened.
4th and 4 at the end of regulation, touchdown. Caleb makes it happen. The other 4th downs where they tried to run it, failed, over and over. This is a 24-year-old quarterback in his 2nd NFL season who just led the Bears to their first playoff win in years, their first divisional title in over a decade, and came within 1 play of the NFC Championship Game. He set a franchise record for passing yards. He brought swagger back to Chicago. He made Sundays matter again in a city that had given up on football.
This was just a misfire. I know Chris Collinsworth was blaming subtly
The offensive line went from allowing 68 sacks in Caleb's rookie year, most in the NFL, to just 24 this season. The offense has weapons. Rome Odunze, Luther Burton, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Kmet Colson Loveland. The running game with Kyle Herbert and DeAndre Swift is balanced. The defense, despite injuries, still led the league in takeaways. This isn't a team that overachieved. This is a team that's arriving. This is a foundation being built. But here's the cold reality. You can't win turning the ball over 3 times. You can't beat playoff teams with a 58% completion percentage. You can't advance in January making critical errors in critical moments. Caleb Williams has all the talent in the world. The arm strength, the mobility, the clutch gene, the IT factor that makes you believe anything is possible. But he needs to make his layups. He knows how to hit logo threes. He knows how to hit half-court shots. Now he needs to learn how to make the routine plays, the boring plays, the simple completions that keep drives alive.
You know, and that's crazy. Like you can shoot threes and half-court joints, but a little layup off the backboard is tough for him sometimes. Right? Yeah.
The Rams are moving on to Seattle. Matthew Stafford, with all his experience and all his championships, made the plays when it mattered. Puka Nacua on 3rd and 6 to seal it? Devontae Adams on the sideline? The veteran quarterback found ways to win when his team needed him most.
There's a couple things that stick out to me kind of in that regard in terms of the having some gray in his beard. Okay. Right? And so, the first half, there were protection issues. So either, he got fooled, he was sliding the protection a certain way, and he got blitzed. Kyron Williams, busted a pass pro assignment one time. Yeah. They had a time, the tackle didn't fan out when he should have. And oftentimes that can create a little bit of a doubt for a quarterback because you're getting hit. Right. One time Brisker, just absolutely blasts him when he thinks he's protected. And so I think in those moments for younger quarterbacks, then it kind of swallows you in a game.
Caleb Williams will get there. He's too talented not to. But Sunday night wasn't his night. Sunday night was the night where the rookie mistakes came back in the biggest moment, where the inconsistency that plagued him all season finally caught up to him when the stakes were highest. The Bears will be back. They have their quarterback, they have their coach, they have their core. The NFC North is only getting tougher with Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota all building contenders, but Chicago is in the mix now. But for today, for this moment, Caleb Williams and the Bears have to live with this. They have to process the pain. They have to answer the question that's going to haunt Chicago all offseason. What if he doesn't throw that pick? What if he makes the routine throw instead of trying to do too much? What if the magic that worked all season long didn't run out at the worst possible time? The Super Bowl was there to be taken. Seattle was waiting. The dream was alive. And then it wasn't. Caleb Williams giveth, and Caleb Williams taketh away. That's the reality Bears fans are waking up to today, and it hurts like hell.